Hello, North Point Woods. We're going to play some modern Jeopardy. I'm going to ask you some questions, give you a second to think about it, and then you can see if you were right. First section is called Nifty 50s. The decade saw people move to these places on the outskirts of cities. Where did they move? If you said suburbs, you would be correct. It was sometimes cheaper to pay a mortgage on a suburban home than it was to rent in the city. Number 2, children born throughout the decade of the 1950s belong to this generation. What generation do they belong to? If you said baby boomer, you would be correct. Boomers were born from 1946 to 1964. The anti-communist frenzy of the 1950s led to the House Committee on Un-American Activities led by this congressman. Who was the congressman? If you said Joseph McCarthy, you would be correct. Many creatives and actors were blacklisted as a result of these hearings. While the hearings were in progress, the FBI, under the leadership of J. Edgar Hoover, was spying on American citizens in search of subversive activities. Returning soldiers from the World War II financed homes and attended college through 1956 as a result of this bill. What bill is it? If you said the GI Bill, you would be correct. Its official title was the Servicemen's Readjustment Act of 1944. In 1966, the bill was extended to all veterans, including those who did not serve in a war. This Frankie had a string of hits in 1950s and was best known for Rawhide's theme song. Who is he? If you said Frankie Lane, you would be correct. His hits include That's My Desire, Mule Train, and Stars and Stripes Forever. This unpopular TV sitcom was set in 2 apartments in 328 Chauncey Street in Bensonhurst area of Brooklyn, New York. What TV show is it? If you said The Honeymooners, you would be correct. This is the break that made Jackie Gleason a star. The show began life as a sketch on Cavalcade of Stars. The next section is called Things Change. You wore these to keep your legs warm in the 1950s. Now they're all the rage in fashions, but they're skin tight instead of baggy. What are they? If you said leggings, you are correct. Everyone used to have a dedicated camera, but this device has replaced them for all but professional photographers and serious amateurs. What is it? If you said a smartphone, you would be correct, or a cell phone. Incandescent bulbs have given away to any of these. What did it give away to? If you said a compact fluorescent light, a CFL, a halogen, or an LED, they are supposed to last longer and save energy and money. Indoor plumbing is nothing new for most of us, but some rural citizens are still using these facilities not attached to the house. What would that be? If you said outhouse, you would be correct. Outhouses are still commonly used for camping and hiking, and portable outhouses are used today for events such as concerts and parades. We used to go to the movies as often as once a week. Today we use this technology to bring them to us in our home via Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, and etc. What is this called? If you said streaming, you would be correct. Today we use strollers, but mid-century mothers walked their tots in these. What did they call those? They called them perambulators. And the last section of our trivia today is called Dead Slang. Rest in peace, Dead Slang. If you were about to get into a fight, you would be cruising for one of these. What would you be cruising for? If you said cruising for a bruising, you would be correct. When everything was going well and you had no cares, it was said you had it made in this outdoor condition. What would that be? If you said made in the shade, you would be correct. Another way to say a car peeled out was that it burned this. What did you burn? If you said burn rubber, you would be correct. Drivers of muscle cars often showed their muscle by burning rubber. Someone living the good life lived in this city. What city do they live in? Fat City. All right, when you had to tell your mother something bad, you might tell her not to flip this accessory. What would you tell your mother not to flip? If you told her not to flip her wig, you would be correct. Today, we say LOL or laugh out loud. Back when we used to bust one of these out, what would you bust? If you told a funny joke, what would you bust? If you said you'd bust a gut, you would be correct. And the last question, Final Jeopardy. In 1965, Northern and Southern Rhodesia claimed their independence from this empire. What empire did they claim their independence from? If you said the British Empire, you would be correct. Today, what was Northern Rhodesia is Zambia, and what was Southern Rhodesia is now Zimbabwe. Thank you for tuning in to North Point Woods Modern Jeopardy. I hope you had fun. We'll do it again real soon. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.